Hey folks, it's Jimmy Stewart here. Hoping this is finding you all doing well and staying healthy and staying safe. Now today's video is on the much anticipated Positive Grid Spark Amp. Now in all honesty, I thought I was going to be doing this review back in January of this year. Now let me explain. I ordered my Spark on the 29th of November as part of the Power Supporter group. And I ordered the Spark amp along with the Spark carrying case. Now when I did place that order, they had a warning on their website saying, you know, the orders are going out very, very well, but don't count on this. It could be that you might not receive this by Christmas. I figured, okay, perhaps in January. So that's why I kind of figured I'd be doing a review of this in January of 2020 instead of here it is now, almost June of 2020. Now, of course, a lot of things have happened during that time frame. The whole planet went under a virus and pandemic and all kinds of delays and all that kind of stuff. So I don't fault Positive Grid for that. But they could have been a little bit more open and letting you know when you did make those orders back in November and December prior to all the planet being engulfed. They could have made it a little bit clearer that perhaps they were overselling that amplifier and not getting those product out as quickly as most people thought they were going to. Even when you ordered, they were giving you about a month and a half time frame, not 5 months. And in my case, 1 week, or no, 10 days shy of 6 months. So that's the story. But anyway, it did arrive. I got it last week. Very well boxed in 3 boxes. I ordered the amp and the case. The case was boxed in its own box, and the amp was boxed in its own box, and those were both boxed into a 3rd box. Very well protected, very well done. So today we're going to take a look at it. Finally, after almost 6 months of waiting. So during that time frame, obviously, a lot of the bigger YouTube stations got what appeared to be a free Positive Grid amp, which I think, you know, I understand the promoting of it and getting it out there and all that kind of good stuff. So again, it's not a dig against Positive Grid, but just think about this for a second. All these people were getting promotional amplifiers to go out and do their reviews, and many of us had paid, because when you ordered it you paid right up front. Many of us had paid for that amp and were waiting. So I think they could have done a little bit different, a little bit better in getting the amps out to the people that ordered them early. And again, I know what happened, all the issues going on with production in China and all the virus spreading across the planet and all that good stuff. So it's water under the bridge now, but in my opinion, I think they could have done a little bit better job, at least of keeping contact with the folks that actually bought an amp, and perhaps got them out a little bit quicker to those guys that actually bought them, because they were still getting amps out. And well, there you go. And again, not a dig, just my perspective of how it all transpired. But I did get my amp, so let's take a look at it. We'll give a closer look at the Positive Grid, then we'll check out some of the tones, okay? Thanks. So here's the Positive Grid. There's the bag that I ordered with it and the box that it came in. Here's the top of the amplifier out of the box. As you can see, there's all your controls. Very nicely done. It's Tolexed very nicely. There's your on and off switch, and then it lights up with a red LED there. And then on the very left corner is your amplifier selecting switch, and basically you've got acoustic down at the bottom, you've got bass, which is next, then you've got a clean channel for clean amps, glassy, crunch, high gain, and metal. So you've got all those different, I think it's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different selections there. I'll go ahead and turn this off. You've got your gain knob, you've got your bass, you've got your mids, you get your treble, and then your master volume on the top of the amp there. Now, modulation, when you have it in your signal chain, has got its own control. That'd be tremolo and phasers and stuff like that. Your delay has its own control. And of course, your reverb has its own control. And then there's a master output control at the very end. It's got one input, which is a standard 3/4 inch instrument jack on the very right-hand side of it. Then just above that, you've got a 1/8 stereo headphone output. Then there's a separate volume control, it's a very small control, for Bluetooth, for streaming music and that kind of thing, and using the jam feature. Turn this back on, you can see what it comes up with. When you turn it back on, the tap button starts to blink, and you can use that for setting delayed tap and what have you, or you can hold it down like I just did for a few seconds and it goes into a tuner mode. To take it out of tuner mode, you can hold it back, and then you get 4 basically selecting presets that you can save your different presets into. Now, there's no way to change these currently via foot switch or Bluetooth or anything like that, which makes it kind of tough. Here's the front of the amp with the 2 4-inch speakers. And as we switch around to the back, you can see the blue light showing that it's connected via Bluetooth. There's your aux input. And then there's your USB output with your power cord going to the back. And that's the look at the amp. Here's the bag. You got a nice pocket in the front. You can put your power brick and your cords in there. Inside it sets very, very snugly on the inside, and you've got some decent padding in there. It's a good case. And then up top there's another pouch where you can slide some cords and what have you in there. It does come with a scannable download for, I think it's PreSonus Studio One software if you need a DAW on your computer. Comes with a quick guide, quick setup guide. Doesn't tell you a lot, just tells you basically the inputs and the outputs and the different controls on the top of the amp. And on the back of the amp as well. Shows you how to use it as a Bluetooth speaker if you need to. And some contact information for Positive Grid. And it also comes with a USB plug to plug it in. Alright, so one of the things about the Spark that everybody should know, or if you don't, I'll explain it, is that the Spark is a 40-watt practice amp. Now, as being a practice amp, it's not going to be an amp that you can actually take out and gig. It would have been really nice if Positive Grid had put a cab out on this, because 40 watts you should be able to gig with, but not with 2 small 4-inch speakers. It's perfect for practice, which is what it's designed to do, and it's perfect for bedroom players and small studio players like I'll be using it today. You can actually use it as a input into your DAW as well, because it does have USB going in, and you can use it as an interface, and it is stereo output, so that's actually very cool as well. I went through the guides on the top for you. One of the things I don't see a lot of with all the reviews that I've seen on YouTube and what have you is I don't see many people playing an acoustic with it. So let's try an acoustic first. Now I'm going to set this on the acoustic channel, which it is right now, and just give it a little bit of gain and a little bit, all my controls are basically center. I'm going to give it a little bit here and just a little bit of reverb and then the output. And we'll see what we got. Now you can use this as well. It does have a tuner built in. Little reverb. nice sound on the acoustic side of this. I don't have a lot of gain on it. I don't have any of the effects outside of a little bit of reverb. And pretty nice. Again, for two 4-inch speakers, it sounds quite nice. Okay, so I'm going to try this now with a P90 equipped Firefly double cut double, and we'll try some of the things. I've put the app on so you can see what we've got here, and you'll also notice that as I turn and change the dial here, it changes the app as well. So we can go from, this is the metal, using a 5150 amp on they have on here, and the high gain goes to American High Gain. Crunch goes to the JM45. Now these, you can change these as well. It's just that this is what's standard in there. You got your glassy, your clean, which is a black face on here. There's your bass amp, and it's got bass, and of course it's got acoustic. So let's just try the clean here. So here's clean through the amp, and as you can tell on here, you can see that it's got your different effects pedals and your amp that you can change. Now if I just double tap this amp, I can change it to a silver or a black duo, or any one of the 40 different amps that are in here. 30 different amps that are in here. 30, see it? I can change the amp. You can change the gate. I think the gate's only that gate, but you can take it in and out of the chain if you'd like to. Compressors, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drives, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different overdrive pedals that you can use, all based on different pedals. Like I said, 30 amps. On modulation, you've got tremolo, chorus, flanger, phaser, vibrato, univibe, classic vibe, tremolator, cloner, chorus. You got 10 different on the mods. On delays, you got standard digital delay, echo fit, vintage delay, reverse delay, multi-head, echo tape. So 6 different delays. And reverbs, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different reverbs you can choose from. And again, like I said, you could, as you turn the dials on the head, they follow on the application, or if you do something on the application, you can actually drop these pedals in and out of your signal chain. So let's bring the reverb in. I can take the delay out. I can bring some modulation in, like a chorus. Take it back out. Let's try a different drive here. Let's see. Try a tube drive. guitar muff here. Volume down a little bit. It can get very loud. It's a pretty loud amplifier. And it even has fuzz drives for a bass guitar. So all the different amps, all the different stuff you can push through this, it's pretty amazing. Echo tape sounds like. Wow. Pretty nice stuff. I mean, you can just go crazy. You go down the rabbit hole with this because you can dial up all kinds of different amps, all kinds of different effects, all kinds of different pedals, put them in and out of your signal chain, and then you can save them into the 4 different configurations you have up here. And never mind the fact that you can just change from here as well with the ones that are already on there. Crazy. Alright, so let's get the delay off of here. cool stuff. Now, some of the things that you can do with the app that makes it even more interesting. All right, so if I go to music, this is the Smart Jam feature. This is where you can start doing background music and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to put on something very, very quick here. Let's do a blues thing. Here's a 12-bar backing blues. Again, I haven't heard this. I'm just going to try it for a minute. And then that'll Bluetooth to your amplifier. It should. Here we go. So it's playing out the chords right now. Like that. You can do stuff like that, and there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. They pull from YouTube, they pull from Apple Music, they pull from Spotify, and what you can do is you can actually bring in different songs and they'll analyze those songs and give you the chords to them, which is, again, very, very cool. I'm not going to do it on here. I don't want to get flagged from the folks at YouTube, so but you can see what it can do. So it's pretty neat. And it also has the jam feature on this as well. And I haven't tried this yet, but it's pretty neat. Let me get out of this. I don't want to show you the Beatles stuff. But anyway, if you create a jam, you can strum a few things and it will actually make a backing track for you with drums and bass. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe I'll do another video on that. like I said, you can go down the rabbit hole with all kinds of crazy stuff on this. Have fun. And that doesn't even include what you can download off the Tone Cloud. And there's thousands and thousands of things on there. So, I'm going to have to do this in 2 parts, folks. I don't see any way to do this without going on and on forever. So, anyway, the Spark amp finally received. It sounds awfully good for a small 40-watt amp like that. The 2 speakers sound amazing. Oh, before I go, let's try something, because I've never seen anybody do this, and perhaps I missed it. Let me turn this off. Let's try it with a bass guitar and see what it sounds like. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my 76P bass. I'm going to go to a bass guitar. So anyway, there's a couple of basses here. That's a comped cleaner bass. This is the bass driver. And the comped. Doesn't sound bad at all with bass either, so I'm liking it. Again, what I'll try to do, folks, is do another review, get more into the Tone Cloud aspect of it and changing up some of the things on it. But again, you can go down that rabbit hole and you'll be pulling just with it by itself. You got 30 different amps, you got a bunch of different effects, different gates, or not gates, but different comps, different drives, different modulation, different delays, different reverbs. Pretty impressive thing. And we haven't even touched on really the jam along feature that much, or the using it as an input into your DAW and utilizing it that way. So for the money, the Positive Grid is definitely it's a nice amp. It sounds great. I don't think it's got any issues. Again, some of the the wants that people did want to have, some of the things that they hoped it would have, like an output to a cabinet, would have been nice. But again, that would probably have affected their bias head sales and things like that, which that's what's that designed for. This is a practice amp, so I can understand them not doing it. You can see that it's got some good stuff to it. So the positive grid, it's pretty cool. I enjoy it. We'll try to do another review, get more deeper into the tone cloud, get more deeper into some of the other effects, and go over some of those things that you can do with it as far as the DAW as well. Today was just messing around with it, getting to hear some of the tones that are built in and some of the tones that you can get through the app. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And it's Jimmy Stewart saying until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, my friends. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you can. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye for now.